going on, everybody? Brendan here, Dad Planet. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Another What Sold on eBay video. We're covering the second week in March. Very different than the first week in March. What can I say? What goes up must come down. At least that's kind of how it's been this year with sales on eBay. It's like up and down and up and down. Not a lot of huge bolos to speak of, but the 15 in this video rocks. So I'm happy to feature them for you. As always, if you're new to the channel, I'm a full-time reseller, full-time father, just flipping stuff on eBay to make a living. That's pretty much how we do things over here, and we keep it simple. We keep it pretty easy. So if you want to see more videos like what actually sells on eBay from a seller that gives it to you pretty straight, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And without further ado, let's just get into the bolos. Yeah, less than $1,800 in gross sales. Ooh, I mean, compared to last week, good Lord, what a difference a week makes. But whatever, what can I tell you? So 1,800, selling cost at 27%. My net sales down 8% from last year at 1,200. But for the entire month of March so far, I'm still trending up relative to last year, which is great because I think my gross sales in March were 9,600 for last March. So positives. Searching for positives. First bolo here is My Star board game. I can't remember. I found this at a Goodwill and I think I paid either $3 or $4 for it. I priced this aggressively relative to the other listings because I didn't really see a great list to sell ratio, so I kind of took a chance on buying this game, but I'm glad I did because it sold for full price, 30 bucks and then $3.99 shipping. So the buyer is $33.98 pre-tax. This is proof that the game will sell at a certain price, so if you find it, make it a bolo. Go ahead and grab it. Mine's gone while the other ones are still sitting, so positive, and I'm happy to have gotten it to a happy buyer. So next one here, wrestling shoes. I love wrestling shoes. Just picked up another pair on half off day that I have listed. Much smaller size, my size 7. These are Cale Sanderson version 5.0 from ASICS, style number J202Y, and these sold for full price, $35 with, you can see the Cale 5.0 there, $15.20 in shipping. So this must have gone quite a distance. So the buyer is $50.19 all in. They cost me $4.29. Stores continue to miss them, and resellers also continue to miss them as well. The soles were in excellent condition. With wrestling shoes, one of the things you'll notice is they start to bubble sometimes, like in these parts of the sole, and that's a pretty decent indication that the sole is eventually going to pop. So you have to be aware of that. So bubbling is different than normal wear, okay? If you just see normal wear, no big deal. It could still be a bolo, but if they start to bubble in those areas, that's a red flag when you're sourcing wrestling shoes. So pay attention to that, and we will move on to the next one. Buckle BKE Derrick jeans 32R was the waist size. The inseam measurement was 31. Style AVM 12091. These sold for full price as well, $32.99 with $8.55 in shipping. So they're $41.54 all in. A pair of jeans cost me $4.99. No brainer for Buckle BKE brand. Look out for that as well. And you can see how I measure right from the top of that little cross stitch all the way down to 31. Even though, what did the tag say? Let me see if I can see it on the tag. Did the tag give an inseam measurement? Sometimes the tag will say 32. You can put both. You can put what the tag says, what the inseam measurement is. I just like to be accurate with the measurement that I come up with. Just keep that in mind when you're doing jeans. Maybe it will help you give the buyer a more accurate depiction of what they're buying and make your sales happen a little bit faster. So keep that in mind. Move on to the next one. Mattel Halos, a big green piece of plastic with a guy inside of it that I sold for full price. When I was sourcing this, the car and the guy were separate. So the car was $3.99, and I think he was $2.99. So for what is that, $4 or $5, $6, $7. And I sold it for full price. I couldn't believe this was a bolo. $64.99, and then the buyer paid $24.80 to have it shipped. So $89.79 all in. for a $7 spend is remarkable, but it is the Warthog set from 2016. I'll show you him standing. So that's the Master Chief figure from Halo. That's what the interior of the car looks like, and this was an awesome sale. I had this for maybe a month or two, but it is gone and out the door. And we'll move on to the next one. I'm not having a whole lot of luck with Lulu lately. I have some of the scuba hoodies that I have priced high that just aren't doing very well. This one was nice though. The Form Jacket number 2 with cuffins. It was a size 6. A camo Savasana black is the color that they call this. No pilling on the garment. It was in very good condition, both the interior and the exterior. And I had a lot of watchers on this, like 18 to 20 watchers. I had people asking, all sorts of questions, but it eventually sold for full price, $69.99 with $8.80 in shipping. So buyer is $78.79 all in. $4.99 is what I paid for the garment. Lululemon, if you don't know, now you know. But yeah, my high-priced Lululemon is just kind of sitting. So I was happy to make this go away at $70. And we will move on to the next one. If you guys have been following me for any length of time, like selective items, mud pie, I do really well with it. This was no exception. This was another really good find. It has like the Ray Dunn style lettering on the exterior, and it came with a little, where's that little, I'll show you the little hang tag right here. I don't remember what that hang tag says. Gulp. Very cute. Gulp and then drink. No chips, no cracks, no crazing. Item was in brand new condition, and it sold for full price, $32.99 with $12.48 in shipping. So $45.47. The buyer is all in. Cost me $5.99. Make sure you're checking mud pie items out. They continue to do well for me. I don't source a ton of it, so it's like half of the mud pie items that I see, I pass up if they're in pre-owned condition. But the stuff that's new with tags, which does turn up pretty frequently, at least for me, that's the stuff I pick up because I have success with it. So put mud pie on your list of brands that do well. And we'll move on to the next one. This was part of the reason why I search for I searched the CD section. For me, the CDs is like, for the most part, just a waste of time. And I know there's people that like sell courses on what to look for in CDs and stuff, and I'm sure that there's a lot of value in those. But for me, it's just kind of a waste of time. But I check them. I check the CD area often because you will have games like this mixed in with them, and that's what happened here. So this is from 1999, Toy Story 2, a PlayStation 1 game. You take a close look at the disc. It's in very good condition, and I sold it for $22 with $3.99 in shipping. So $25.98. The buyer is all in. This cost me $2.99 gaming media price at a Goodwill. And again, PlayStation 1 games, they'll be mixed into the CDs, so that's like the lesson. Just check those, because sometimes they fall into that category, and when the pricers in the back are trying to shovel stuff out quickly, they tend to miss that stuff. So keep that in mind. Next one is a really exciting one. This plush cost me 99 cents. It is a squishable mini forest dragon. It is by Alyssa, and I don't remember what her last name is, but this was a limited edition plush. I'll show you the tag. There's tag number 1, and there's tag number 2. It is like signed 830 something out of 1,000. So I thought that was pretty cool and unique. And I sold it for full price, $75 with $3.99 shipping. So the buyer is $78.98 all in. For $1, that's like the best type of return we can find in this business. So very, very exciting find. Keep your eye out for it. There were comparable sales at the time. If there are any, I'll certainly put them up on the screen. But at the time I did my research, I did see a comparable sale in this price range, which is why I think I priced it how I priced it. So keep that in mind. Great find. We'll move on to the next one. Apple iPod mini 2nd generation blue. Had 852 songs already on it. This was priced $4.99, and the reason I think it was priced $4.99, because it's very obvious that it's an iPod, is that it did not come with the power cord. It came with this little like plug base and the iPod itself. I happen to have a few of these at home, so I took the risk purchasing it, because I knew I could charge it to see if it worked. Not only could I charge it, but the battery charge held for a very, very long time. Sometimes these, and you can replace the batteries on them, but sometimes the batteries give out, and they just don't produce a really long charge. So this one held out, and so I was comfortable charging $35 for it, and that's what I got. $35 and $3.99 in shipping. So buyer is $38.98 all in. Cost me $5. Awesome find. I love old Apple tech. And we will move on to the next one. Air Jordan 4 retros here. Pure money is the style for these. These are like triple white. They weren't in perfect condition, so you can see a little bit of yellowing on the soles. There were some stains through the little mesh gateway there, but they're 100% authentic. And you can see right here, pure, and then the money sign, metallic Air Jordan logo on the back with some other like metallic hints on the shoe. Air pockets in excellent condition, and these went overseas. A little bit of heel wear right here, and I still got $85 for it. $85 with $8.55 shipping. So buyer is $93.55 all in. Pair of shoes cost me $4.29. I went late night to a Goodwill just to get another quick sourcing trip in and scored these, and they sold really quickly. I think they sold within 12 hours, within like 6 to 12 hours of the shoes hitting my sale. Awesome sale. And we'll move on to the next one. Did you guys watch my what sold video last week? I'll link it in the description if you didn't. I seem to attract the I like the color orange crowd. And so I thought about that when I was sourcing these. So these are diesel the Stylus pass on 978. They are certainly a BOLO, the pass on style. So that was kind of cool. Retro look to them, the like leather and suede. And yeah, I got full price for these ones as well. I'm going to show you a picture of the soles because they were in really good condition. Insoles looked excellent, and the soles, very little wear. And you can see right there the name Pass On. That's the style. So size 10.5, I got $40 for them, and these sold relatively quickly as well. I'm trying to bump up my shoe inventory because I feel like it's a little bit low. So even recently, the last day or two, I've sourced a good number of shoes to kind of like pad my inventory. But $30 for these, and then $15.20 shipping. So $55.19. The buyer is all in. This pair of shoes also cost me $4.29. Kind of like the next pair of shoes also cost me, actually I lied, these ones cost me $4.99 because they go above the ankle. Doc Marten 101 leopard print, and these were in awesome condition. They were coming out on a cart, on the bottom of the cart at a Goodwill, so I scooped them up really quickly. They were not marked up, they were marked regular price, which is a lovely surprise because this was the high-priced store, so I thought for sure that they would command a higher price than they asked. But I took an offer on a very slow sales day. These could have sold for $100, but I took 70 and they went to Canada. So $70 and then $9.05 shipping before customs and all of that. So $79.05 pre-tax. And again, at $5, this is a steal. One of the sales that you really count on a slow sales week, at least for me, and relative to what I did last week. So Docs, almost always a home run. Not always. There are a lot of Doc Martens, I will warn you, that I pass up on, whether it's condition or style. Not every Doc is a home run, but a lot of them are, and this one, of course, definitely was. So we'll move on to the next one. A lot of shoes. I don't know why I staggered this the way that I did, but I'm just on a shoe kick, no pun intended. Salomon Xt Wings 3. I had these for a while. I don't remember how long I had them, but I like Salomon as a brand in most cases. These look freshly washed. And let's take a look at the soles. Excellent soles. So, and they were a size 8.5. That's a wheelhouse size for women, and these got full price as well. $42 with $11.10 shipping. So they're $53.09 all in. $4 and I keep saying $4.29, but I think the stores have raised their prices recently, so I think they're $4.39, but they were $4.29 when I bought this pair. So Salomon, always keep your eye out for it. And then Wings 3 is a BOLO, so pay attention to that. And we will move on to the next one. I really love this music box. So it's you know, it's from Pocahontas, and I noticed after the fact when I bought this, only cost me $3.99. It was just it was sitting on a shelf of glassware, so somebody had either picked this up and then decided that they didn't want it, or that's just where the person that was doing the carts set it. But if you look right here, the staff has like a little open crack in it. Now it's not cracked in half, it's just that front piece is missing. So aside from that, it was in really good condition. Here's a little bit better of a picture of the crack, but I mean, you could barely tell. And I had seen, and it's from Enesco, I had seen a comparable sale at $80 that was in perfect condition, but I didn't really see that many other like recent listings for this style music box, so I thought I could get $80 for it, and sure enough, I did. I got 80 bucks for it, and $9.55 in shipping. This also went overseas, so the buyer is $89.54 all in before customs and tax, and they bought it even with the flaw, which I of course disclosed. Make sure you always disclose any and all flaws. I say that a million times. Not broken, but it does have a small piece exposed, just like it did. So that was an awesome sale. Not as awesome though as the last one, which was a great find at a very small Goodwill. It cost me $2.99. This is a sealed Xbox game, Star Wars Battlefront. Now, there are buyers out there that will buy and have graded sealed games. So you want to keep that in mind. The exterior of the like seals, as long as there's no rips in it and whatnot, matters. So when I was taking pictures of this, I wanted the buyer to know this is what it looks like. Like you can see some little very small hints of swipe marks right here. But I'm trying to attract a buyer that might get this graded. You can see it again right here, okay? So I asked $150 and that's what I got. But if you look at my description, it most certainly a PSA grading worthy copy, which it is. So if somebody was searching that keyword, this turned up. Now it's hard to determine whether the buyer bought it for the purpose of having it graded, but I put that keyword in there because I definitely want to attract that crowd. So I got full price for it, $150 with $3.99 shipping. This also went global shipping, so $153.98 all in before customs and tax. And again, regular price for me, $2.99. An absolutely fantastic sale to an absolute dud of a week relative to what I did last week, but that's it. That's all I got for you. Okay, that's it. Here's to like greener pastures the following week. I really appreciate you tuning in again. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want to see more eBay related content, especially what's sold on eBay videos. We go into the catalog and we look for big money bolos every now and then. So if you liked what you saw, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed for future videos. And that's it. That's all I have for you. Brendan here, Dad Planet, signing off. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.